Joining me now, Charlie Hurt, opinion editor for the Washington Times, and Ari Fleischer, former White House press secretary, both Fox News contributors. Ari, just moments ago, a source told Fox that Joe Manchin is considering re-registering as a Democrat and jumping into the race. This is the Democratic Party. Everyone behold this happening before our very eyes. They hide all the details that happened this morning. What changed Joe's mind, we'll never know. They'll always hide those. And now, I guess, Kamala, you got to leapfrog her and go to West Virginia.
Yeah, well, it won't be Joe Manchin. I mean, don't forget, these are still Joe Biden's delegates. They are not conservative West Virginia Democrats. But somebody's got to run. Somebody's going to step in. I don't think Kamala Harris is going to have the field all to herself. And here's one of the reasons why, Laura. The Democrats and Kamala Harris have found the only person in politics who has a favorable rating lower than Joe Biden's. If you look at this, Joe Biden's favorability rating today is 39%. Kamala Harris's favorability rating is 38%, compared to Donald Trump, whose favorable is 43%. So I am certain that one thing is going to happen now. There's a short-term benefit to the Democrats because it's somebody other than Biden, and that's going to get them a focus. It's going to get them a lot of media support because the media will rally. But the Trump campaign, which is extraordinarily well organized, is going to make the case against a San Francisco liberal who failed the nation and let in all the tens of millions of people across the southern border that she was in charge of, who supported Joe Biden's big spending, inflation-creating measures on Capitol Hill, and is weak and soft on crime. And when it comes to crime, this is one of her biggest failures. This is a vice president, Kamala Harris, who in 2020, after the George Floyd riots, paid to bail out arsonists. This is a Kamala Harris who, when President Trump sent federal troops into Portland to protect a courthouse that was under siege and under fire from BLM and Antifa, she called for the withdrawal of federal forces. This is what you get with a San Francisco liberal. She's not going to make it across the country. I don't think she's going to improve that 38% favorability rating very much.
Well, first of all, you've got to write in bigger font. Okay, Ari, you got to do the Karl Rove big block letters. Okay, I mean, I'm looking at that through the prompter. I can't see what the hell that was. Yeah, no, okay. Okay. All right. This is for you, Charlie, because I was looking back at stuff this afternoon when this broke. Now, NBC News is reporting that Democrat donors, okay, this was just what, yesterday? I forget what day it is. Everything's so crazy. Left a call with Kamala Harris, frustrated and annoyed. This was on July 20th. Is it July 21st? I don't even know what day it is. Okay, this has been such a wild time. Yeah, she was also defending Biden. Yeah, one day ago. So they're in a call with her, and this was supposed to quiet everybody's concerns. And the people on the call went crazy. It was mismanaged. It's not all Kamala Harris's fault. But it seems like every time they put Kamala Harris out there to calm people down, chaos ensues. And then she goes on in this call, and she insisted that, and I'm quoting her from the notes of this call, "We know which candidate in this election puts the American people first, our president, Joe Biden. With every decision he makes in the Oval Office, he thinks about how it will impact working Americans, and I witness it every day." So, Charlie, she just says this in a call like 2 days ago, and now she's the gal that Biden's endorsing, and he's getting out? But she was part of this whole cover-up from day one, was she not?
Yeah, she absolutely was, and she'll have all sorts of questions like that to answer. You know, obviously, this is very late in the campaign for a party to be swapping out its candidate, but it's still a lot of time between now and November 5th in terms of how long Kamala Harris has to run this campaign without reminding voters of her true self. And I think that when you point to things like that phone call and you point to things like her czarist tenure at the border, and you talk about all of the policies, the failed policies of the Biden administration, and you start reminding her of these things, and whether it's in a debate or on the campaign trail, she's going to have to answer a lot of really tough questions, not the least of which is going to be the question about how did how is it possible that you lied to people for as long as you did about the condition of the president? And one other thing I just think is really kind of interesting about the age factor, I know that Kamala Harris and Democrats are going to try to talk about Donald Trump's age, even though anybody who's been around him, anybody who's been to a rally sees that he is so with it. His age is not a problem for him. But I do think it's kind of interesting because we've all been sitting around wondering if age is so important. We've been sitting here wondering for years who's actually running the country. And it turns out that Nancy Pelosi is running the country. She's the one who's ordering Joe Biden to do what it is that he does. And she says, get out of the race. He gets out of the race. And she is the oldest of them all. She's 84 years old.
I think from now on, when you swear a next Democratic president in, if she's alive still, just swear her in and drop the pretenses. This is ridiculous. Charlie, Ari, stay with us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.